Welcome back, my wonderful, wonderful people. Welcome back. So glad you came back. So glad to see that you are here yet again to see what Gigi is doing in this kitchen. And believe me when I say it will be absolutely delicious. Today we are going to be making my butter chicken in the Instapot. We're going to use some paprika. It can be plain. It doesn't have to be smoked, but this is what I love. This is what I prefer, so this is what I have. We're going to use some ground cumin, some turmeric. We're going to use some garam masala. We're going to use some chicken broth. We're also going to use some ground coriander. We're going to use some garlic, some ginger. Now, if you don't have the fresh one, which I don't, but I always have some of the minced on hand, it'll work just fine. Ghee, and if you don't have ghee, unsalted butter is just the same. We're going to use some garlic, some soy sauce, some heavy whipping cream. We're going to use about a cup of, that's a yellow onion. Use whatever onion you have, it's just fine. We're going to need some tomato paste, and that is about 2 tablespoons of sugar. We're going to use some Greek yogurt. Make sure it's still plain. We're going to use the juice of these 2 lemons, and you need about 6, at least 6 for this recipe, because if otherwise you'll have to adjust it a little bit, which is not a problem. Just taste. So we're going to use these chicken thighs, skinless and boneless. Here is your shot of everything we're going to use. Let's get cooking. Okay, the first thing we're going to do is turn it on saute mode, and it's going to take about 8 minutes to heat up. So once this does what it does, we're going to go to the next step. I'll be right back. All right, once it says hot, we are ready to rumble. So now I'm going to get those, not thighs yet. Let me get the ghee in first. Hold on. You want to put in at least 2 tablespoons of ghee. We're going to let her melt a little bit. So I'm going to give her about 15 seconds. And then I'm going to go ahead and put those chicken thighs in. I'll be right back. Okay, there she is. And we're going to cook this for 3 minutes on each side. We're just going to brown it up just a little bit. And I have 8 thighs in total, okay? Look at that. Saute mode on the Instapot. Look at that. Sizzle, sizzle, sizzle. All right, 3 minutes each side. I'll be right back. All right, I got side 1 down. And I'm going to just continue this process. I'm going to put the other 4 in here. Once I take these out, we're cooking them up 3 minutes on each side. They don't have to be completely done. We're just trying to get a little brown on them. And they may do a little sticking, but that's okay, because we're going to still continue to keep cooking this, okay? I shouldn't say still continue to keep cooking, but we're going to continue to use this Instapot. Put some more goodness in there, and then we're going to throw everything back in there, and you'll see. We'll get there. 3 minutes each side. Do them in batches, okay? I'll be back. All right, now I've got that out. The chicken's out. I've got the onions in, and we're going to saute these for about 4 minutes, okay? For about 4 minutes. That's what we're going to do. 4 minutes, okay? And this is a good time for you to put in salt and pepper if that's what you want to add in. You can put the salt and pepper in now. I'll be back in 4 minutes. Okay, I wanted you all to see what I've put in here so far. I put in that whole can of chicken broth. I put in, I would say, 2 tablespoons of the marsala, the garam masala. I was about 3 teaspoons or so of the sugar, about 3 teaspoons of the paprika, I say those were tablespoons, not teaspoons, tablespoons. And then I would say a teaspoon of the ground turmeric, about 1 1/4 of a teaspoon of the ground coriander. I'd say about 1 1/4 teaspoon of the ground cumin. This is guesstimates. And that's what I've got in here so far. Now I'm getting ready to add some more stuff. I also want to get that minced garlic in there. And we're just going to kind of stir that on up. Okay? And then I'm getting ready to add the chicken back in here. And we're going to add some more flavors in there, okay? I'll be right back. Alright, as you can see, I went ahead and put the soy sauce in, which is about 3 tablespoons. I went ahead and put the garlic in, which is about 3 tablespoons. You know, depending on how much garlic you like. I like quite a bit, so about the equivalency of, I would say, 4 to 6, garlic cloves, if you were chopping them up. And I also went in there and put in that tomato paste. You need at least 1/2 cup of that, okay? Maybe 1/2 cup. Should I say a whole cup? I say a whole cup. You need a whole cup of tomato paste. Okay, so now I'm going to put this lid on, and we're getting ready to get this baby going. Hold on. Okay, and I also squeezed the juice of both of those lemons in there too. So what we're going to do is we're going to cook this on high, as you can see, and we're going to cook it for 6 minutes. And then we're going to let it do a natural release for 10 minutes, okay? So 6 minutes, we're going to cook this baby. Yes, because remember, we've already got it partially cooked. And it's getting ready to do what it do. From here, see, it's on. So we're going to let her go. I'll be back, 6 minutes. And that's what a slow release is. When you let it simmer down for a little bit, this is what happens. Instead of all that steam coming out at one time. You can absolutely do that. But on this one, we like to slow. I tend to do that a lot. When I use the Instapot, I use the slow release, which means I let it do a natural release for about 10, sometimes even 30 minutes. And then I do this little quick release. All right. So I'm getting ready to take this lid off and plate her up.